today.
Alright, today we take on Rambo 3 for the Genesis. I don't know why, I'm kind of a big Rambo fan. Well, I wouldn't say closet Rambo fan, but yeah, I like Rambo. It's weird, but this game, it's not really that good of a game. I'm not gonna like make it sound better than it really is. Although I will say there's a lot of bad Rambo games that were really kind of subpar. The NES one, if it wasn't Rambo, it probably would have been a lot better of a game, but because it said Rambo and the way they designed it, definitely wasn't the way people wanted it to go. But you know, I mean, it's a Rambo game. What are you gonna say? This game is actually pretty fun, I think. If I get into it because I like Rambo, and actually Rambo 3 was one of my favorites of the series. I used to watch it a lot more than I did 2, 1, or 4. Of course, 4 didn't come out till I was older. But kind of a unique game. Nothing too crazy on this end. Maybe like Mercs, maybe to compare it to. The only thing I would say about this game is I don't know if I'd say it's hard, but it's a short but difficult game. What I mean by that is, you get one-hit deaths. You can do continues, but the continue system is weird. I want to say you can do like 1 or 2 continues, but you cannot do them on the last level, at least from what I've seen. So if you get all the way to the last level and you haven't used a continue and you die, that's it. Which is pretty fucking cheap to me. I don't understand the logic. I mean, maybe somebody was just sadistic when they programmed it. I don't know, but yeah, you can't use any continue, even if, because I did a run where I basically didn't use any continues at all, died on the last guy, and that was it, and the game was fucking over. So that's a little bit harsh. And the one-hit deaths, even though you get 5 lives, it's a little extreme. I mean, one could say, you know, Contra was like that and whatnot, but I think the controls in this game too is what makes that a bit harder, because you're definitely, you know, you're kind of locked down on a grid. There's not a whole hell of a lot of freedom as far as like where you're shooting and whatnot, and I don't know, something about this game's controls just make it tougher than it should. But there's 6 levels. This is the 2nd level. If any of you are trying to speedrun this game, I believe it's around 9 minutes is the records that they're doing. So, you know, it's nothing too terribly long. But to do that would be, it's kind of tough. I think this run is around 14 minutes. I probably lost a good minute from just dying in general. Now, I will say I didn't do a no-hit run or no-death run, but this is a no-continue run. And I think this game is somewhat difficult enough to where that means something. But, okay, so I know I'm talking over, I don't know why I'm rambling. This is one of those games that goes so fast I keep rambling over shit. Alright, level 1 and 2, you should be able to make it through with no problem at all. We're on level 3 here. Kind of the name of the game, if you want to get through this game relatively quickly, is you're going to want to skip past a lot of like the towers and other sections. So this section's kind of tough. You can see there's bullets kind of going everywhere. You're gonna have to traverse your way through this shit, and then, you know, these fucking jeeps stop in the middle. You can blow the jeeps up with the arrows, but typically you have to have them at when you fire the arrow, it has to be at full strength, otherwise it won't take them out, and you'll have to shoot them a little bit more. But you can see I don't really bother with taking them all out. I just kind of work my way around it. It gets a little bit hectic, but I do work my way around it. So just, you know, keep your wits about you and get it done on this end. Throughout the game, you'll have 2 different weapons. You do have the knife, but I don't think I've ever used the knife. I don't see the purpose in the knife. So you have the arrows and you have the mines. You definitely want to get those. They can help you speed through certain areas, and for instance, taking out the towers, the bombs are really what you need. And then the arrows can come in handy for other single enemies, or like this boss right here. The bosses are kind of uninspiring for these levels, but, you know, it is what it is. They reuse this guy a few times here. Certain things to note about your gun, which may or may not be good, is when you're moving, your gun fires in a straight direction, whichever direction you're going in. If you are stationary, he will take the gun and move it left to right, which is helpful, but it would be nice if you could do that while you're moving forward. These little mini stage boss things, whatever you want to call them, just like in the first one, you can do at full strength, you can take one of these down. Now as it moves on, like this guy right here, you would take like a full strength arrow and then one like half strength. So I don't know, and these are kind of random because once you start charging the arrow, you can't move, so it's not like you can be smart and kind of dodge it. So I don't really know what the best strategy is for these. Sometimes if you you know, if you just want to get lucky and stand out in the middle there, you can charge your arrows at full like 1 or 2 times and kill the enemy. I kind of played the safe route and, you know, shot a lot of short powered arrows at them because I didn't want to have to, you know, risk the possibility of losing a life. So take which whenever you want. Obviously, if you're gonna speed run, you want to do it at the you know, the fullest power you can. At level 4, I believe. Now, there's something to be said for this right here. All these stages usually require you to do some sort of like task, whether it's rescuing troutmen or trying to trying to risk like an informative, I guess, or informer. Shit, I don't know why. And so, but the thing is with these is, and this one you're blowing up shit. There's no particular order you have to do them in. You just have to get them all done and get either 100% or get like the 3 of them saved. So that gives you an option into, like, you can do them in whatever order you want. Now, in each level there is an exit, so it makes a whole hell of a lot more sense to kind of plan these out so that you take out the final objective closest to the exit, because once you finish these and make the objective here, it only gives you a certain amount of time for you to get out of the actual stage, like maybe like 2 minutes or something like that. And that sounds all well and good, but if you're happen to be taking out the last objective that's like farthest away from the exit, it's a bitch, because not only do you have to worry about fucking with that, now too, once the exit sound goes after you beat the after you get the objective, it's usually a lot harder. They'll throw a lot more guys at you. It's like the difficulty increases twofold. So yeah, you want to be at the shortest distance you can from the exits. So definitely plan these out correctly. So kind of watch the way I do it here, and this is probably the routes you want to take. I don't know if there's really any way to really shave any minutes off at all, except for like if you were timing your detonations and whatnot. So you see right 56% right here. And that's what I'm doing as well. I'm working my way around, and I'm going up to the top section here last, because that one will take you right out to where the helicopters are, and then you can just kill those helicopters and go right to the exit. For instance, if you did this one last, what I just did here, if you did this last, you would have to go all the way through this fucking stage, and you may run out of time, and then there'd be people shooting at you, so don't do that. These crates and whatnot that I'm taking out, if you're trying to do them for time, you can use the mines. You got to use 1 per, or you can just use the gun, which will take longer, but it doesn't cost you your weapons. In order to refill the weapons too, there's certain places in the game where you have to kill certain enemies, and they'll give you either more arrows or more bombs. But again, to do that would kind of take more time as well. So I mean, I want to mess with it. Yeah, I'd use it a couple times just to get through here. Alright, here we go. 88%. The last ones over here are going to be the helicopters that are closest to the exit. Like I said, my recommendation is to actually wait and do those last. Come on, come on. I guess actually this game kind of reminds me of Demolition Man as well, if any of you have ever played that game. My favorite version is on Sega CD, although I've heard people tell me that there's other versions they like better. I think it's best on Sega CD just because of the music and everything like that. Because the games pretty much stay the same, they really don't change. With the exception of 3DO Demolition Man, that's another problem. I have a bad history with 3DO, so I'm not going to go into it. As you can see, we're at 96%. The bomb's going to take out the last one. Now we're at 100% on this, and the exit's right there. So that's really the way you want to do it. mission 5. Little tip here: when you're going down, when you're in this level, go to the bottom, right there, and hug the walls, because that way the tanks they can't get a fix on you and they won't get you. As long as you keep moving, of course. If you stop, they will have kind of a chance to home in on you. But keep doing that. There's 2 sections. That first section and this section, go all the way to the bottom and just hug the wall and just keep going. Except otherwise, those tanks can be a little bit difficult to get through. Nothing really else to say about this. Just this game is just like most games, is designed to where you can keep running and gunning, so to speak, and never stop. And so just be confident that you can do that and you'll make it through this. This section here is kind of like a little boss section. That's whatever the hell that was. Is you can shoot that with an arrow and it'll explode. That'll help you a little bit. Basically, I think the best thing you can do here is my method right here. Stand right up in that crevice there, almost all the way against the wall, and just let your gun fire back and forth. You can stand at the bottom, but it seems to be kind of difficult to get if all 6 of them come out after you in directional-wise. This seems to be the fastest too, so just be confident that you can get him at this angle and you'll be fine. There we go. Now this is, I believe, the 2 chopper section here. I can't believe that happened. These sections are really kind of cheap. I don't know why. When I see, when I play this game, this section reminds me a lot of Go-Go 13. And I don't know why. I know a lot of people talk about Go-Go 13 as it's like a big fucking deal, and I don't know any of the history. I don't know any of that shit. All I know was I was a kid, and, you know, it was one of those, I either had, you know, birthdays where I got games, or I maybe scraped together my allowance for 6 months to buy a fucking game. You know, I got suckered into buying Go-Go 13. And I'm not saying that necessarily like it's a totally horrible game like Karate Kid where you waste your fucking $50 on a shitty game like that. But I was pretty young and I didn't know what the fuck was going on with that game. And I know there's some sections where you're shooting out helicopters, and for some reason that reminds me of that. Alright, this is the last level here. As you can see, I kind of... this run, I kind of hang on by the skin of my teeth here. I did lose all 5 lives, but I'm not going to lose any more. It's kind of funny. This section you would think would be the toughest, as traditionally most last levels are the hardest to do. This one, I would say, out of all of them, is probably the easiest. And you're going to see it's really, really short. You would think they'd make you go around and blow shit up or whatnot. No, none of that shit. The only thing I would say that will make this easy, or that you probably want to know, I think there's a way to go around and not do what I'm about to do, but fuck it, this is the easiest way. Those brown patches on the floor you can blow up using your mines. You just use 2 of them, and once you blow this path open, you pretty much just had a straight shot right into the boss. The only thing you have to do here is get to all the way to the end and free Troutman out of his cage, kind of like you did in stage 2, and you're home free. Like I said, I think it's quite comical that they made it this easy on this stage. I was halfway expecting something far more grand, or maybe even if you're going along with the movie, which this kind of goes along with the movie a little bit, do the whole scene where, you know, the tank and the chopper and all the guys and all that shit, but no, they just made it just that easy. See? You just hit that open and there you go. That's it. And that was like a minute. So here is this section. Don't worry about trying to kill the tank. Take the chopper down, because once you kill the chopper falls into the fucking tank. So don't bother with the tank at all. As you can see, I'm kind of playing it safe because I have no lives left, so I didn't want to start all over again. So I'm just kind of doing little shots here and there on this chopper. One of these days I'm going to play this game on hard and see what the difference is. Maybe like the bosses change up, or... I mean, it's still going to be one hit deaths, but I don't know. I'll be interested to see what it does. Like I said, this wasn't too bad of a run. Took me about 14. See, there it is right there. Took me about 14 minutes. The records are about 9. I definitely could have done better on it, but you know, I think it's tough enough to do it with no continues. And like I said, the game looks really easy, but it is kind of a pain in the ass. But I think it was a worthwhile game on the Genesis. It brings back a lot of memories. This game and a couple other ones that I had as a kid were like my staple go-to games. Even actually, I was a big fan of Aladdin on Genesis. And many of you who played Aladdin probably understand it. It was actually a really good game, despite the Disney theme. But I think this fucking scene is kind of hilarious. I mean, the music's not bad, but it's just the graphics there, and you know I guess this is what actually happened after the movie. You know, the credit scene that they drove probably 3 or 4 hours in a Jeep across the fucking desert to get back home. But you know, that's whatever. It's whatever. Rambo 3 was a badass movie. If you haven't seen it, you should watch it. So this is Beat This Game Today #2 for October 2014. I'm gonna try to keep up the pace here and definitely put out a good bit of these for this month, because I like to put a lot of material out in October. It's one of my favorite months. So I already have the other episode, #3 for this month, already done, but you'll have to wait a couple days to see that. But yeah, if you ever get a chance, pick this game up. It's not incredibly expensive. It is a fun game, and I would definitely recommend putting it in your Genesis collection, because it's only like a $3 to $5 game. So see ya.